that time before you can tell that anything is going to come back to life. That time where spring is just waking up, but we can't really see evidence of it yet. It's a perfect time to recognize in our own lives, our own rhythms, our own cycles, our own bodies, where rest can happen and the value of it. Trusting, because we have evidence that by lying down, by doing a shavasana or a restorative practice, we will get up again. And when we get up again, we will feel renewed. That's the gift of spring, is seeing it all around us. It seems to come out of nowhere, but all this work has been happening beneath the surface because the seasons allow for this cycle of rest, for this valuable, imperative, essential rest. And that led me to the Buddhist mantra, OM MANI PADME HUM, which loosely translates from Pali as the lotus of wisdom unfolds, we discover the jewel of compassion. Think about that. It's not the lotus of wisdom that gives us the gift, the gem, the jewel, the wealth. The wealth is compassion. That's like the Holy Grail. So the wisdom gives us the compassion, the rest gives us the renewal. They feel connected to me. I hope that you can feel that connection within you. Our wisdom brings us something. It's not the wisdom that's the gift, it's the jewel. It's the ability to have self-compassion and compassion for others. That's the tool. So let's work with that. I'm going to give you a lot of choices because this is your wisdom we're working with here, not mine. You could sit, you could join me in a mudra. You could find a restorative pose and forget about the mudra and just focus on your breath and maybe repeating the sound in your consciousness. Have the sense that someone has your back, that you are supported. And we're going to tune in with OM MANI PADME HUM. So you can listen or join. And if you'd like to join me in the mudra, bring the heels of your hands to touch, your fingers pointing up and all separated, like you're creating these petals of the lotus. And then bring the tip of your pinky fingers, pinky fingers to touch each other, and the outer edges of your thumbs to touch each other. And that's all that's touching. The rest of your hands and fingers are separated. So it is a little bit of work for the back of your hands and wrists to be in this position. But other than the emotional, psychological benefits of mudra and of holding our attention on one point, this also has benefits for our wrists if we do a lot of boop, beep, boop, touching keyboards or devices. If you at any point need to rest out of it, it's totally fine. All right. I'll begin. You can join whenever. OM MANI PADME HUM. OM MANI PADME HUM. OM MANI PADME hum. Mani Padme Hum. Last one. Mani Padme Hum. Let your fingertips close in a bud. Create a tight little bud, as if there's a secret inside. Let this rest in front of your heart center with your hands in that bud, or relaxing as if fallow in your restorative yoga pose. Pause, allow rest, allow quiet, allow stillness. Maybe you can feel the restorative quality of that stillness. I'll go quiet for 2 minutes as we really notice and rest. I feel like once we hit that level of giving ourselves 2 minutes, after 2 minutes, we notice the value of rest and the need for it and the incredible restorative quality that it has. If you still have this tight little bud of your fingers, as if there's this little jewel inside, this little silent secret in the dark inside your palms. You might imagine that starting to slowly awaken as your 3 central fingers separate, start to get wider, your hands open, and you can gaze into that space and imagine this jewel of compassion arising out of that rest. When we let go, we shed the muck of worries, of exhaustion, of holding on to everyone else's crap. It's like cleaning our windows. It's incredible how much sun just shines in, how much life there is under the surface, just yearning to push through, to awaken, to grow, to expand. And then in this way, gaze into your lotus, or if you're resting, gaze deeper into that place of rest, that place of ease. All the wisdom that you have amassed over your lifetime coming to this moment of compassion. This is a moment of suffering. Who will I be during this moment of suffering? Can I bring forth this jewel of compassion first to myself, acknowledging my own suffering without comparison, without judgment? Can I then be kind to myself and acknowledge that I'm not alone in that suffering? That all beings suffer. And my desire to lift suffering, that is the jewel. That is the gift. All right. You can shake out your hands, circle them, whatever. Then this little breath practice will begin with our hands in that bud shape around navel height. Then inhaling as you bring your hands up through the center, starting to open your fingers about heart height into the lotus shape, the Padma Mudra, until your hands get about forehead height. Then curl your fingers in toward each other. So you're making like a little heart shape in front of your forehead. Then the backs of your fingers will start to lead your hands down through center. So the backs of your hands will eventually touch around heart height. Then you flip your hands so fingers are up around navel height and start this again. So we're inhaling up, raising the lotus to forehead height, and exhaling back of your hands, travel down to your navel. So from navel, the seat of energy, inner fire, up through heart, the axis, to that wisdom place in your brain and intuition, back down, feeling the connection through your energy centers to generate this compassion at heart center and bring it up, bring the wisdom down. So we're inhaling up, opening, exhaling, backs of your hands lead back down, reconnecting with your roots. And let your hands rest in your lap. Pause. Notice how, when you are fully rested, when you allow that space, the wisdom just bubbles forth. The rhythms of nature do their thing. We have less control than we know. But we can observe, we can learn from the wisdom of nature and see how compassion is the jewel. Bring a hand to your heart. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.